It is time for another Allurial box. This is our June selection. I have to say that it took me a minute to decide which book I wanted. I wasn't as enthusiastic about the choices this month. So I picked something that I wasn't super excited about. But it does have the stuck together trope, which I do enjoy. Here's a little tease of what the cover is going to look like. So let's take a look at my pick. Here we are. This is Dampira. I'm probably saying this so incredibly wrong. She's got a very low-cut dress situation going on. Here are the sprayed edges. Oh, is that supposed to be an eyeball? Or just a jewel? Interesting. Oh, and we have a very interesting sword down here. And then what else we got? Ooh, I like that sword even better. That's cool. Wow, I love the swords. I wish this was the sword. You could do one going up and one going down. I like that better than yeah, that's cool. The back says, "Don't bite, don't trust, don't fall for them." This is about vampires or dampires, or I really don't know what that word is. Ooh, look at the moon. That's cool. Oh, I like that. Let's see here. Oh, see, there's that awesome sword again. Oh, the back one better be the blue one. Yes! I love the sword. Oh, that's super cool. I love the sword. I really wish that had been this. But yeah. Oh, I'm so glad it's the sword. And then we have, let's see here. We have, get down. There we go. Do we have a map? Ooh, look at the moon. Hello. Oh, we do have a map. Now look at that. We have the known kingdoms. Excellent. Ooh, Withermere looks interesting. The Sea of Skulls. Oh, we've got some fun stuff in here. Nocta. Wow. See, I can pronounce all of those words. I just can't pronounce the title. How annoying. Yeah. So this is my pick for this month. I am loving the end pages. Those are definitely my favorite thing about this edition. So it's now July. I haven't even cracked this book open yet. Summerween got me really super involved and just like down the rabbit hole of spookiness and stuff like that. And I just never picked this up, to be honest. I've now seen some recommendations about this book that I'm really excited about. So, but I actually have 3 Allurial picks that I have not read yet. The Worthy of Fate from May, this book from June, and The Wicked Sea from April. So I decided, why not let Lemon Poppy Seed, my rabbit, pick out which book that I have to read this month. So she did. I'm going to set up all 3 books with 3 different snacks in front of them. And we're going to let Lemon Poppy Seed pick out which book I should read. So to entice Lemon, we have some different snacks. We have a banana, and we're going to put Dampira for the banana. We've got some kale. We're going to put the Wicked Sea for the kale. There we go. And then we have some cilantro over here. And we're going to put Worthy of Fate over there. She loves cilantro, but I'm really hoping that she doesn't pick Worthy of Fate because it's just so chunky and I have so many other books I want to read. So I'm hoping she goes for the banana. It is your show. Go get you a snack. Go pick out the best book. Okay? They are over there. Here we go. Oh, I think we're going to the banana. Yes. All right, well, that was super easy. So I've got to read this in July. Good choice, Lemon. Good choice, Lemon. This is over 400 pages. Very good choice. Good job, Lemon. What would have been your second choice? The kale. It's just right there. So as you can see, this is the book that Lemon Poppy Seed picked out. And so this is what I'm going to read this month for July. Quick editing update. I actually started this book as soon as I finished filming that video. And I am almost to the pommel of the sword. And you know what? It's pretty darn good. I understand the dress on the cover now. I understand the gemstones on the side. I understand the blue sword. I haven't really gotten an explanation for the red sword yet, but yeah, this is actually really good. It's giving Crowns of Nixia vibes, and I'm really liking it. I also have a very ambitious stack of things that I want to read for the rest of the month of July. Let's go through them very quickly. Some of them you have seen before. I'm going to read the first book in the Lightlark trilogy, or the Lightlark saga, I think is what it's called. So I want to read this first book. I got this in my 4th of July basket. It was my red book in that basket, so I'm going to read this book. I'm going to read Nobody's Quest because it just deserves to be read as soon as possible. It's just so incredibly beautiful. And I picked this book up while celebrating the summer solstice with my friends and ruining my book buying ban. I'm going to read the Malfoy book, the unofficial look at the characters of Draco, Lucius, and Narcissa Malfoy in the Harry Potter series. I mentioned wanting to read the Snape book that kind of does the same thing. It's basically like an essay dissecting Severus Snape's character in the Harry Potter series for Summerween. I didn't get around to actually reading that book. I did pick this one up though and started looking through it. And so I want to read this book for the month of July. We have The Someday Garden, which I want to read. It looks really summery. It's a cute little romance. It's very short. And it was part of my haul that I picked up when I broke my book buying ban. I also want to read another one of Ashley Poston's, The Dead Romantics. It's been on my TBR for a very long time and sitting on my shelf for a while. So I want to read this one. I think this is like her claim to fame. I think this is the book that got her super popular. You've seen me show off this book before. This is Ship of Spells. I want to read this for the month of July. It's got great piratey vibes going on, and I don't know that it'll be as good as Bloody Black, but I have been in the mood for more pirate stuff. So bring on the pirate stuff for July. Speaking of July, let's do a summer read. I have Summer Reading by Jen McKinley. I actually realized, so this book is the first in kind of a series. They're standalones, but the characters in book one and in book two are best friends with each other. So I have actually already read the second book about the best friend in this book. The second book is called Love at First Book, I think. And it's set in Ireland. It's super cute. It's grumpy and sunshine. And it's set in a bookstore, and I ate it up. I did not realize, though, that this was the first book or the friends Anyway, so I'm very excited to read this. It is set in Martha's Vineyard. Then we have the reimagining of Thornwood House. This is also from my book buying ban fail shopping spree, as well as the Unicorn Hunters. I've also picked out the bookshop below. This I picked this up at a bookstore a little bit ago, and I just absolutely love the cover so much. The plot sounds really cool too. It says, below the streets of London, the magical bookshops that have existed for millennia are slowly disappearing. Only one dishonored bookseller can uncover the truth and rewrite her story in this spellbinding standalone fantasy from the author of The City of Stardust. So yeah, I'm super excited about this. It's magical, it's a book about books, and I hope it's going to be fantastic. Then we have The Stolen Queen by Fiona Davis. This was making the rounds last year. It was extremely popular. It's about Egyptian artifacts, and it flip flops back and forth between 1936 in Egypt and 1978 in New York City. It is written by the author who wrote The Lions on Fifth Avenue, I believe is what it's called, which I think I've read. I've definitely read one of her novels. I don't think it was The Lions of Fifth Avenue. I think it was. Well, I know I have The Spectacular in my shelves, and I know I have The Lions of Fifth Avenue in my shelves. In fact, I'm staring at it right now. I don't. I haven't read either of those though. Maybe I read The Magnolia Palace. Anyway, she's very good at doing the time hopping back and forth. This really took off last year, and I never got around to reading it because at the time I had read a bunch of historical books that kind of went back forth, and I was a little over it at the time. And this has been on my book of the month club wish list for a while, and I got it in my June box. So I think, a nice Egyptian historical adventure will be perfect for July. And finally, we have Beach Vibes. It's about a sandwich shop owner in Malibu, and it's romance, but it's very cute. It's also on Kindle Unlimited, so I am reading it on my Kindle, usually in the evenings. That is my July TBR. It is extremely ambitious. I'm looking at the stack under the table, and it's absolutely gigantic. Thank gosh Lemon Poppy Seed didn't choose Worthy of Fate because that book is thick. So that is what I'm hoping to read this month. I have high hopes because Summerween is over for me anyway, and I don't really have any plans to go anywhere. I don't have any vacations or anything that will distract me from reading. So I plan to devote some heavy reading time this July. I didn't really do a June reading wrap up because pretty much the majority of my June reading list was from Summerween. There were 3 or 4 books, I think, outside of Summerween that I accomplished. So I really didn't feel like doing a June reading wrap up was necessary because I kind of covered, you know, 80% of what I read in June in my Summerween reading wrap up. So I didn't feel that that was necessary. Anyway, thank you so much for being here. Let me know if you've read any of these books that I have planned for July. What are your recommendations? Is there anything that I need to add to my crazy stack? And what do you think of the microphone? And hopefully, you can't hear the obnoxious traffic noise that my home is known for, because I've definitely noticed that on my videos, and it drives me bonkers as much as it does when I have to listen to it constantly, and I hate hearing it in my videos. So I really hope that this helps. So this little microphone set I picked up from Walmart, um and it's really great. Oh, and there's 2 of them, and I love the fuzzy thing on the end, and it just plugs into my phone, and I didn't even have to install anything. There was no app, nothing. I just plugged it into my phone. My phone was like, "Hey, you have a exterior microphone plugged in." I'm like, "Sweet." So that was easy. So I hope the microphone really helps. I hope it means that the traffic noise won't be an issue. I hope that it means that when Flint decides to try to break down my door, you won't be able to hear that and I can continue on videoing instead of editing out me yelling at him. And yeah, again, thank you so much for being here. Please let me know if you've read any of these books or if you have any other recommendations, and I will see you either Monday or Wednesday. Bye.